every now and then I stumble over certain expressions when I talk to my German friends. Expressions that make me think, if I were a foreigner, I wouldn't have a clue what that's supposed to mean. So I collected a couple of them for today's video. I'm gonna tell you what they mean, how and when to use them. But since it would be a bit boring to simply list them and tell you what I know, let me introduce Wendy to you. Wendy is gonna serve as our example of a foreigner living in Germany and being completely overwhelmed by the German language. So Wendy, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm from Florida and I'm currently spending 1 year abroad in Germany. Luckily, I live with a very friendly host family. But of course, I also miss my parents and my friends, especially my very best friend Gabby, who is like a sister to me. I call her almost every day to tell her about my experiences with the Germans and to share the latest gossip.
Thank you, Wendy. As you heard, Wendy likes talking to her friend on the phone. So why don't we just listen to one of her calls and find out what language problems she's currently struggling with?
Because I have a right to privacy and that's just freaking rude.
I wasn't talking to you, Wendy. Anyway, just listen.
Gabby! Give it a Gapster! It's me, Wendy! Woohoo! Wow, girl, this day has been crazy. I'm trying so hard to learn German, but this language is just too confusing and weird. Germans say such silly things sometimes, and I'm just like, what?
Great. The conversation has begun. Now let's find out what puzzled Wendy so much.
Like in the afternoon, I talked to Emily, my host sister, remember? And I asked her about that boy that she had a crush on. And you know what she said? She said, ach der, den hab ich gefressen. Which literally means, well, that guy, I ate him. What am I supposed to think about that, Gabby? She ate the guy that she had a crush on? I mean, is she confessing a crime? Is my host sister a cannibal? Gab, that freaked me out.
Okay, Wendy, let me stop you right there. Murder? Cannibalism? What just happened? Wendy said that her host sister used the phrase den hab ich gefressen for the guy who used to be her crush. And in fact, jemanden gefressen haben literally means that you have eaten somebody. In a figurative sense, however, this phrase simply implies that you are fed up by someone. Something happened and you are done with that malicious person. You've had it. Maybe the guy said something rude to Emily, or he behaved in a way that made her lose her attraction towards him. Anyway, don't worry, he's still alive, safe and sound. And then later on the same day, I met my host mom in the kitchen. She was furious. Apparently there was a problem with the dishwasher because I saw a puddle of dirty water on the floor. And my host mom stood there looking at it and yelled, "Schon wieder kaputt, ich glaub, ich werd nicht mehr." That really confused me. Of course I wanted to ask her what was going on and what she meant by ich werd nicht mehr. But since she was in such a bad mood, it didn't seem like a good idea to talk to her. Ich glaub, ich werd nicht mehr. You know what that means? That means I believe I'm not going to become... But then it ends. Become? Become what? I tell you what I won't become, Gabby. A fluent speaker of this messy, complicated language. Like, never ever. Uh-oh, I hear lots and lots of frustration. The phrase ich glaub, ich werd nicht mehr does seem somewhat incomplete indeed. However, Wendy's host mom did not simply forget to say what she's not gonna become. Ich glaub, ich werd nicht mehr. The phrase is just like that. Germans use it to say that something is unbelievable. Like the host mother not being able to believe that the dishwasher broke again. Again! Wanna fight, huh? Grrr, dishwasher. I'm afraid that sometimes there is no logic to a phrase.
Logic.
Yes, that's how you signal logic. You just have to learn how it goes and what it means. If you overthink every expression and forcefully try to translate them literally, it'll make you feel overwhelmed at some point.
Gabby, I was so frustrated. I just went back to my room and listened to music. But then I heard these noises of Emily and my host mom fighting. Apparently my host mom's mood had provoked her in a way. Anyway, she came upstairs running and screamed, "Du kannst mich mal. When I took a peek, I saw that she was right in front of my door, with tears in her eyes, really upset. She then apologized to me. Tut mir leid, ich wollte nicht so schreien, heute haben irgendwie alle schlechte Laune. I asked her to come in because, you know, maybe she needed someone to talk to. And when she sat down on my bed, I told her that I felt very frustrated too. That I was trying to make sense of common German expressions, but I kept failing. I mean, just a few minutes ago, she had used another one that I didn't get. Du kannst mich mal. That's you can... me. But there is no What can her mom do to her? Where's the verb? And what is it, Gabby, with Germans never finishing their sentences?
Now that I think about it, Wendy is right. I'd say Germans have a habit of implying things rather than saying them out loud, understandably and clearly. That applies to common phrases as well as to casual conversation. We like to be vague and suggestive sometimes. In the case of Du kannst mich mal, we do it to say something rude without saying something rude. Wait, I know that's not any less confusing, so let me explain. Du kannst mich mal is basically short for you can lick my... Exactly. But since we are polite and gentle and civilized people, we leave out the bad part. This way we are offending somebody, but without using a bad word. Kind of hitting that somebody on a more insinuating level, which can be even more teasing than a concrete insult, I would say. So yeah, I understand Wendy's anger, but there's usually a sense behind phrases like that. And if you get the hang of the German innuendo game, it can be fun, I tell ya.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gabby, I'm talking way too much, right? I'm almost done venting, I promise. So anyway, Emily and I had a very good time. We talked like for an hour and she explained tons of things to me. I felt so much better afterwards. And of course, I also comforted her and cheered her up. When she was about to leave my room, she turned around and said, "Weißt du was, das hat was." And obviously I looked at her again with a puzzled face. Das hat was? That has something? What something? What has something? What is that something? Das hat was, du und ich, wenn wir hier so zusammen sitzen und reden. Das können wir gerne mal wieder machen. Du bist echt cool. So she basically told me that she enjoyed being with me and that she thinks I'm cool. And she explained to me that das hat was means I like it, there's something to it. Gabby, I really think that Emily and I can become friends. Not as good as you and me though, I swear. You are my bestie, Gabby, and you always will be. But still, it's a good feeling to know that there's someone around that I can trust and rely on, you know? Ah, what a nice ending. All the frustration led to Emily and Wendy deepening their relationship and they were able to support one another. Das hat was. The last expression that confused Wendy. As she mentioned, it means that you have a positive feeling towards something. Die rote Jacke und dazu die schwarze Hose? Das hat was. And that's what we have to say about the German language too, right? It may be complicated, annoying, messy, but there is something to it. You know it. Die deutsche Sprache hat was. Sie kann mich mal, aber sie hat was. On that note, if you are... So, what do you think of all of that, Gabby? 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 Gosh, she hung up 5 minutes ago. Well, I guess I should have let her say hello at least. On that note, if you are currently learning German, rest assured that frustration is normal. It's part of the process. Don't let it get you down. Accept it, embrace it, and keep going, one step at a time. Anyway, that was it for today's video. I hope you had fun listening to Wendy's phone call and that you too learned something new. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like because that would make me really happy. And if you want to support my channel even a bit more, you can also find me on Patreon. I would really appreciate your help. Subscribe to Don't Trust the Rabbit for more videos like this one and feel free to check out all the other episodes. Now I wish you all a beautiful day and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye! Bye!